Hi, I'm David, founder of Wilderside and creator of the Freedom Launcher landing gear. Today we're going to talk about how you select the appropriate Freedom Launcher configuration for your particular kayak. So really there are two things that really control the configuration of a Freedom Launcher, and that is one, the leg sweep angle, and two, what mounting group fits your particular hull. So let's think about the leg sweep angle. What is a leg sweep angle? Well, the leg sweep angle is the angle that you move the leg in order for it to be fairly flush or parallel to the gunnel right at the mounting location. So we have four different leg sweep angles. So over here you'll see a kayak with a really fat tail, and because it's so fat in back, wide, it's almost like a barge, it needs about a 2-degree leg sweep angle, and so that's what we use on a kayak like that. Now a more moderate tank well, like what you see there, is going to take a 5-degree leg sweep angle. The leg sweep angle, think of it, is the angle between the leg pivot pin and the crossbar to allow that leg to tuck in closer to the gunnel. Another design is going to be like this, is going to take an 8-degree leg sweep angle, like I have on the big water. And then finally, you've got some really long boats like you see here. I think that's a Jackson Take 2 or canoes, and they'll even take a more severe or stronger leg sweep angle of 12 degrees. So there's 4 leg sweep angles. Then it's the mounting group. We've used 8 different mounting groups to mount to a kayak. What I'm bringing into the studio right now are various mounting kits. Most of these kits are going to have something we call a gorilla bracket. So here's a pair of gorilla brackets, and they basically attach, and if you've seen any of the videos, you know that this gorilla bracket attaches the crossbar that goes under here to 2 points that mount to the hull in each side. So you actually have 4 different mounting locations. These are really wonderful devices because they spread the load, not only the vertical load, but torque loads into the hull and make for a softer connection point. So we have basically 4 ways we mount to the hull on the top. And that is a regular gorilla bracket. Then we also have the Gorilla Max bracket, which is a 1/2 inch wider on each of these. And that goes for longer, bigger boats that have even more, more torque and more load on the hull. And those are just stronger and distribute the load more evenly. Certain kayaks, like a PA-12, they don't have room for a gorilla bracket because of the H-rail, and so we've designed an angle bracket that replaces the gorilla bracket on that particular application. It adds a little more labor on your part in order to get it to position right, because you don't have those drill guides of the gorilla bracket, but it works just fine. It works really well. It's very strong. Really works for big heavy boats like the PA-12, PA-14. Then you think about like what's under the hull, right? What's under the hull that's supporting it. And in the case of the through hull kit, you have various load cushions that provide an assortment of cushions to go underneath the hull and distribute that load on both of those bolts on either side of the gorilla bracket. So that's a through hull kit there. We've got this, which is basically the same thing, but you've got T-bolt hardware, because if you've got a rail like on a Titan 12, then you're not going to go through the hull. You're just going to connect to the rail. Works really well. Then you have also a blind bracket, and let's see if I have got it. Yeah. So I've got a blind bracket here, and so this goes underneath, and the gorilla bracket goes on top, and it's going to be like that. This is going to be inside the hull, and this is going to be on top. And for these, you're going to have to snake a wire or something and pull it up underneath so that it's brought up close to the hull, and then you screw through, and they've got these nice inserts installed there. It's got a tapered edge on top, as well as a bit of a rounded surface, so that on like the Hobie PA-12, this inside curve goes on the inside of the gunnel to provide some relief because it's got a curved surface to match up to. So if you think about it, 4 leg sweep angles and at least 8 mounting groups as of today, that's like 32 different combinations of Freedom Launcher basic configuration. And so we don't really expect you to figure this all out. We take that upon ourselves, and we provide prearranged configurations that fit your particular kayak. At least we're doing that right now. We have that fit a range of kayaks. So for instance, there's a configuration for the Outback, and that's one configuration. There's a configuration for the PA12, PA14. That's another configuration. We have a Titan configuration. And then we have 2 Old Town configurations, one for the 106 powered and then the PDLs, and then one for the AP120 and 136. So there's 5 configurations already out there. But if you've got a Pelican Catch, or you've got a Bonafide P127 or SS127 or Big Fish 108 or Impulse 120, we can use the other option that is a basically fully custom, and I'll work with you to make sure we get selected, the right angle, the leg sweep angle, and the right mounting group that fits your kayak. And if none of those work for your particular boat, I'll design something I think that will fit. And that's how we've got to this point, is by working with customers, understanding what their boat is, what kind of rigging they have, what kind of hull access they have, and figuring out what's going to work for your particular boat. So don't be afraid to reach out. Even if you don't see your particular boat, we can make it work for you. And the other thing too is it looks like everything's all, you just select it, you pay for it, that's fine. We can work that way. But if you want to call me, I can create the order over the phone, send you basically an order confirmation. You look it over, make sure it's right. And if you like it, thumbs up, then I'll send you a payment link, and you can just then pay for the order that we created over the phone, so you don't have to do all that burden on yourself if there's a particular kayak model that you want to work on that you don't see. Love to work on those together. I've got basically template designs for 32 different kayak models. We've sold 15 different models so far. I'm waiting to hear from the other customers who have the other 15 different kayak models, and I'm sure there's more that are coming out of the woodwork that I never heard of. Some folks from Australia are coming to me with different kayak models I don't even see in the States. So yeah, welcome that. All right, now within each configuration, there are choices. You have choices, for instance, like the crossbar color. Do you want it to be natural or black? Black's an upcharge, but it's your choice. If you want that powder coat black, you choose that. You have different color trim options. There's no charge for any one of those. It's basically just a color accent that helps to match the side of the Freedom bracket with the side of your kayak hull. There's tan, there's orange, there's white right now. If you want a special color, we've got a few in the back that I don't advertise but could be available. We can talk about that if you want a different color accent. And then there's wheel options. So right now within each of the configurations, you can either choose just a bare axle or the Railblaza with the custom Wilderside hubs. But if you don't like either of those options, you want to actually say go with balloon tires. We just added that as an option, where you can get a balloon tire with an extended length axle. You need an axle that's about 4 inches longer with those big balloon tires. So we just swap out a regular axle for an extended length axle and the balloon tires. We sent that whole kit. We just sent one to a customer in Arkansas, and he's building that right now on an AP120 Old Town. So there really are other tire options. They're not in the basic buy. If you want a balloon tire, what you do is you just get a bare axle, and then you get an upgrade accessory, which is the balloon tire. So it's 2 separate line items on your order. I just had a customer, my first SS127 customer, and he wanted black powder coat. So I've got some on the shelf ready to go, and that is it's an upcharge for black powder coat legs. And if you want those, you need to go into the upgrades and select that upgrade, and we'll swap out a black powder coat leg for the regular leg. So there also are other accessories like a rail kit that you can put on the crossbar, and from that you can mount, like a light pole or rod holders right on the crossbar from the rail mount kit, and it looks really great. It's on Will's boat. It's on my big water now. Bottom line is, if you have any questions about how to order after this, reach out. I'm going to try to put some visuals on the screen that will show you how to walk through the order process. Basically, there's an order process right here. We've got the Titan 12 up, and so you already selected the boat. So I know the mounting group. I know the leg sweep angle. What I need to know is what's your crossbar color. Select one or the other. You'll see the circle where it's selected. Pick your trim color that best matches your hull. So you pick one of those. Pick your pick your wheel option. What wheel group do you want? Either basically nothing or something. I like the Railblaza. They've had great success with that. Handles the heavy lows real well. Works really well. I think it looks good too. And that's about it. Then just add that to the cart and go to the cart. So 2 ways we can do this. Either you do all of this, click pay, and we'll deliver the Freedom Launcher to you. Or I can take this same order over the phone. I'll create an order. I don't pay at the time. I don't need to get your credit card over the phone. I just need to know your specifications, your address, your shipping address, where we're going to send it to, your phone number in case the shipping company has questions. Get all that, take all that over the phone. You'll get an email with an order receipt, and then if you're satisfied that meets your needs, I'll send you a pay link. And the pay link basically just allows you to complete the transaction through the website, through the pay order back-end process, and so you just manage that with the tool, with the web tools. I don't need to see your credit card number. I'll never see it. So methods of payment: credit card, PayPal. I just added an Affirm, and I think it's called Afterpay. I think Apple Pay works too. So you have 4 or 5 different ways to pay in the checkout process to make it easier for you if you want to do some sort of installment pay plan. If you have any other questions, feel free to just either reach out directly, send an email, info@Wilderside.life. Go to the website, put something in the comments, ask a question, whether we can fit up to your boat or not. We'll get back to you with a straight answer. At the end of the day, I don't want business unless you're going to be fully satisfied and happy with your Freedom Launcher. I want it to work for you guys. I want your hard-earned money to bring you joy and satisfaction in a Freedom Launcher that works perfectly for your boat. I have really happy customers at this point in time, and I'm aiming to have 100% customer satisfaction. Until next time, stay safe and tight lines.